Mark, point of the board today, what's your thoughts on this afternoon's game?
I thought, given the circumstance of the game, listen, we've been behind twice in the game and we showed really good character and resilience to come back. And the game was a little bit open in that first half. I felt too much like a basketball game. We'd have an attack and then they'd break and vice versa, and probably didn't retain the ball as well as we needed to at the top end of the pitch, and were forced back a little bit too deep at the other end of the pitch, and wasn't the control I wanted from our play. So obviously we were able to address that at half time, came out a lot better, shape changed, helped us as well. Obviously guys in areas that were able to stop their wing backs joining in late, and we were able to gain that control that I talked about. And second half I thought we were excellent. Conceded a poor second goal in fairness, just as we were maybe just really getting in the ascendancy. There was a little bit of a dip. I was just about to make a change and get fresh legs on, and then they scored, so that was unfortunate. But I thought second half we were excellent. I think we had 6 shots in the first half, we had 12 in the second half, so the lads really had a good goal. We've mixed things up, changed personnel, gone differently, been positive, taking full-backs off and got other guys on, and I think that helped our energy levels. And yeah, unfortunately we created so many clear-cut chances today, probably more than we've ever done in any game we've had, certainly in recent weeks. So from my point of view, it looked like we could very easily win the game 6-7-3 or whatever. They had a couple of chances obviously, but wasn't to be. But on another day we'll convert those chances, and I think that's the positive that we take out of the game. It was certainly a really big effort from everybody. Unfortunately we didn't convert. Sometimes you just got to put your foot through the ball and get plenty of power, plenty of pace. The goal doesn't move, you just got to make sure it gets past the keeper.
Do you put it down to perhaps that lack of control in the first half? Interesting, as you say, we seem to have plenty of chances but also conceded the 2 goals, and there was a bit of a lack of control in the first half, you mentioned. Well,
yeah, I mean, we just needed to be a little bit more compact, and we weren't, as a consequence of maybe, as I said, not retaining it when we had good possession. We'd just give up easy possession, and given their shape, they're 210s, and that allowed them to have a free man just on that first pass, and they were able to counter. That can happen if you don't lock people in at one side of the pitch. If you do lose it, then you've got to win it back quickly before they can get a change of play. And we didn't do. We talked about that, about not allowing them able to do that, and we didn't actually do that particularly well today. But second half we addressed it. We made a formation change and personnel change, and that helped us to get the control that we needed.
You mentioned the character back from behind twice, and there's an argument potentially earlier in the season that might not have been the case, and we don't take anything from the game. I guess there's positives to draw from that.
We have found it difficult to get back in games when we've gone behind. It's not through the lack of character or resilience or effort, but sometimes we found it more difficult to break down teams that are trying to protect what they've got. But today we weren't to be denied. Like I said, we continued to press, ask questions of the opposition, and make good chances, good clear-cut chances. And like I said, I'm encouraged by that.
Seems a common theme, but Andy Cook, 25 now for the season, another 2. He looks unstoppable.
Fantastic, yeah. I think he was modelling himself on the Newcastle centre forward on last night. I think very similar to the goal the lad scored for Newcastle, so I think he was tapping into his inner Newcastle Geordie mentality, I think. But great strike, fantastic goal. He's playing exceptionally well. I mean, in my time here, he's never played better. Clearly he's got goals, but his general play is very good. I mean, people obviously who've seen him for years and years will argue whether or not it's the best he's played, but from my time here, it certainly is.
And a quick turnaround finally for Carlisle back here on Tuesday.
Yeah, it is a quick turnaround, and that won't be easy. We've got a couple of extra hours, obviously, in the bank. We'll use them to make sure the guys are right, and we might have an advantage of that. But big game is always going to be a big game Tuesday, so we'll be ready to go.